Welcome to Tokusatsu Film School, the only show on the net that gives you the knowledge and resources on how to make your own original Tokusatsu features. On today's episode, we're going to show you how to make some basic hero armor out of foam. Not from your mouth, but the kind you buy from a store. Not a homeless dude on the street. Working with foam is great because it's lightweight and flexible, so it's perfect for hero armor. Japan has a specific type of foam that they use for cosplaying called lion board. It seems to be only available in Japan at this moment. However, for those of you in the West, an alternative for you is Eva foam, which is a great alternative at that as well.
We're very lucky in that here in Japan, even in Akihabara, there are stores selling cosplay materials every 5 feet. Especially in Akihabara and in places like Shinjuku and Ikebukuro.
Thank you very much, blue-collar guy, cameraman, who's usually not supposed to speak in these videos. All of our tutorials are created to suit the cheapest budget possible, so your shopping list this time around will consist anywhere between $30 to $50. But keep in mind that the price range will change depending on which materials you use. But now that my cameraman has finally gone silent, which is a good thing, let's get into the tutorial.
Oh, hey, we also need to mention...
For this lesson, you'll need the following. 2mm lion board foam, a can of industrial glue, colored vinyl, which will be the material for the armor's color, a felt marker, an X-Acto knife, and a chest armor template. You'll be able to download this template later on in the video description below. First, we take our templates and trace them onto our lion board. As always, you want to avoid wasting more than you need to, so trace the designs in a way that uses as much of the lion board as possible. You'll notice that we leave a little bit of space on the edge. That's to get the armor a bit more precise when we cut out the foam. But you don't need to be all perfect, as we'll be doing some trimming later onto this when it's all put together. The chest armor templates are only 3 pieces, making one side of the armor. However, when tracing, you should have 6 pieces in all in order to put together a full set. You have 2 pieces of the upper chest, 2 of the lower chest, and 2 of the back. After cutting out the pieces one by one, we're going to apply some of our industrial glue to the sides that will connect to each other. Take the lower chest and precisely attach it to the upper chest piece like so. You want to bend the pieces into shape until they eventually fit each other. It doesn't have to be perfect, as you can get away with having a few cracks here and there, but the more sealed everything is, the better. Once the front and back of the chest are completed, measure out the areas that need to be trimmed down and mark them out with your marker. Trim the armor accordingly and even out the shape. With the basic shape of the armor finished, you now let your imagination take over by figuring out how you're going to layer the rest of the accessories onto your armor according to your design. Now for Inzector Alpha's armor, the base color is black, so we take our black vinyl and start spreading glue all over the backside of it. You can use a brush to spread it, but here in Garage Hero we're economical, so we're going to use a small piece of lion board left over from earlier and use it as a mini spatula to spread the glue around. This is actually only one coating of the 2 coats that we're going to apply. So we're going to leave this on the side for now, let it dry up a bit, and coat it a second time in a short while. During this time, spread glue all over the armor like so. You'll also want to get in those cracks really deep. I'd make a sexual joke right about now, but I'm not going to be like that. I'm going to be a gentleman today and refrain from doing so. Once the armor is all glued up, spread another coating of glue on your vinyl and apply it to the armor. Be sure to tug and flatten out the vinyl before cutting off the excess. If you don't, you're going to have a bunch of creases, wrinkles, and bubbles and stuff popping up in your armor, and well, that looks ridiculous, so you don't want that. Now the reason why layering is important is because it determines how close your end results will look to your design. For example, if I want some extra black shapes coming out of the armor, you can just apply said shapes first, then glue on your vinyl. However, if I want these purple thingies on here, then I'd apply my black layer first, then the purple on separate pieces, and then layer them on top of the armor. Think of making Toku armor the same as making a Subway sandwich, except you don't have Jared there to, like, you know, pick up on underage girls and take them back to his hotel room to do sex. With this technique, not only were we able to make a set of chest armor, but also arm guards and gloves, a belt, shoes and shins, a pair of daggers, and even some pieces of this helmet such as facial features and antenna. The only thing that limits this technique is your imagination. Figure out how to work with your design and keep challenging yourself. There's literally dozens of tutorials on the net out there. Here are some of my favorites. Gyakuyoga.com is a site that not only has tutorials in Japanese and English, but also over 100 templates for armor and weapons. And the best part of it is that it's all free. Evil Ted Smith has made props and costumes for Walking Dead, Star Trek Into Darkness, and The Guyver. He has hundreds of tutorial videos on how to work with foam, and if you sign up to his newsletter, you get weekly quick tips. Try saying that 5 times fast. Weekly quick tips. And lastly, Bill Duran of Punish Props has a YouTube channel where he has streaming sessions of him creating things just out of foam or even sculpting. So be sure to check out his channel, but I also recommend that you check out his books, the Foamsmith Trilogy, as it teaches you some really great techniques on how to work with foam. That's it for this episode of Tokusatsu Film School. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends. Also give it a nice thumbs up. And also subscribe to GPTV for more upcoming content. Comments, questions, and suggestions are always welcome, and we do respond to them. So please leave a comment for us in the comments section. You can also contact us on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, or even directly through our email, garagehero7@gmail.com. Also be sure to check out our original Not Safe for Work Tokusatsu Gun Caliber, as well as our Jidai Geki Fantasy web series, Ayakashi Samurai, which was shot in collaboration with Toei Company Limited and the YouTube Space Tokyo. Tune in next time for more Tokusatsu Film School right here on Garage Pro TV.